Winterfall. Today is your special day. Day when you begin your study. Now, teachers will be coming to our home to teach you. You must do everything they say. Be diligent in your studies, and you will grow closer to the nobleman's law. And since you must remember this day, a present is in order. Lydia, get her little schoolboy dressed. I am taking him to the market district. An open carriage takes the two of you through the dusty, noisy city streets. A pleasant wind tussling your hair. Your city is called Untitled, that you already knew. It is one of the largest cities in the entire empire. There is a big shadow on the street. It comes from the white foliage of an enormous tree that spreads its branches all above the city. My son, did you know that the silver tree grew from the blood of our God's own disciples? Growing here for hundreds of years, right in our city. Cannot be damaged or burned, not even the clergy know why. Have you chosen your present yet? Father asks. You have. You want the Holy Order set, which includes several figurines of the Empire's greatest warriors of all time. You rattle off everything you know about the Holy Order. They were the ones who aided the Emperor's own forces in seizing the province of Magra and storming our city. That's how we joined the Empire. Father nods in approval. Well, war isn't your lot for now, but maybe these toy soldiers will teach you to think like a general. You will lead them into battle and study military strategy. Go ahead, take your present. Having said this, Father turns away to examine the books. You return to the box of toy soldiers, delirious with excitement. But there is a fancy-dressed boy in your way. He is about to take your warriors for himself. He elbows you aside and reaches for the box. Anger overcomes you, and you push him from behind. Your opponent falls to the floor. He hit me! He hit me! A tall tower of a man looms over you. This is the boy's father. But then you feel your own father's hands on your shoulders. What happened? You press against Father, your mind more at ease now. He will protect you. Yes, you shoved the boy to the floor in front of everyone, but he tried to take your present for himself. Father turns you around to face him when he hears these words. Is this true, Winterfall? Did you strike the son of a nobleman? You recall Mother's words, if you hurt a noble, you must be punished. There is no use trying to lie to escape it. You say it was all your fault. You pushed the other boy to the floor because you wanted to get your present before him. Father nods to you, relieved to hear it. And the enraged nobleman grabs you by the hand and drags you out into the street. The law is the law, and your punishment is due. They lead you and the nobleman's son out of the shop. You are told to bow to him and show humility. Bad feeling sends a shiver down your spine. With a satisfied grin on his face, the boy swings his arm and slaps you on the cheek. He strikes you again and again. Father stays quiet all the while. But as you ride home after the punishment is over, he shows you a rectangular package. I am proud to see you living by your lot. A common birth leads to the life of humility. You told the truth and accepted your punishment like a man. This present is yours, my son. Inside is a little box with the tin soldiers, the holy orders inside. They are your reward for humility. Today, Father ordered the dinner table to be brought out into the yard. First time in months, he's home, outside of the confines of his always locked study. He spent the entire day playing with Nathan and you, discussing various matters with Stephen, now an adolescent, and walking in the garden. And now, a dinner under the open sky. Your entire family gathers together with Father at the head of the table, smiling. Well, you know what? I just started the stream and I didn't even realize that I had not done my promotion. Might as well. One second. I really do need to get used to doing this. Okay, there we go. Back to it. Your entire family gathers together with Father at the head of the table, smiling. He asks each of you about your studies. Nathan climbs up on his knee and recites a counting rhyme in a funny, sing-song voice. Stephen mentions that his fencing teacher praises his accomplishments. He rises from the table together with Father to show his skill in a practical move. Next comes Gloria's turn. She stands on her chair and recites a lengthy prayer by heart. Mother showers her sister with praise. Father chuckles quietly, hiding a smile in his mustache. When your turn comes, you recite all the ranks in the Legion, from common soldier to high commander. David listens to you with a skeptical look on his face. Night slowly falls, but the servants ensure that the yard is well illuminated. You don't feel cold in the dusk tonight. It feels good, yet so important. All of you are finally together. sitting at the same table. No fighting, just smiles. No arguing, pleasant small talk. Then a servant approaches Father with a letter in his hand. He reads it in the dim light, and each line gradually washes the smile off Father's face until only a stone-cold mask remains. Mother looks at Father with an unspoken question in her eyes. Gregor Brante is coming back to Anizot. He is the head of our family. My father. Your grandfather, Gregor Brante, returned to the family home from the capital. Ever since the news of grandfather's impending arrival, there has been not a single day when the house has not been cleaned or decorated. Your parents anxiously make sure everything is in order. They tell you to wash your face and hands after walks and scold you for leaving books on the floor. They tell Gloria she will be flogged if she is ever seen hiding in the attic. They make Stephen stay in his room. Even baby Nathan gets in trouble. Everyone is on edge. Then one day, grandfather arrives. It is a grim day, so hot your neck is sticky with sweat. Father, mother, Stephen, Gloria, you, and Nathan. The entire Brante family stands on the porch in front of the house. The house servants lined up behind you. The carriage arrives, and out steps a tall, gaunt man with a heavy walking stick and a heavier gaze. You cringe instinctively. Good health to you, father. And children, greet your grandfather as you've been taught. Still trying to look like a real nobleman, are you? You can't fool me, Robert. I was the first of the Brante family to be ennobled by the mantle. And I'm the only one who remembers how to bear this burden properly. I live honorably by my lot. Your marriage to that low-born wench cut us off from ever becoming nobles of the sword. My progeny could have been born bearing noble blood. Father, I beg you, this is not the place. Grandfather eyes him with scorn and walks into the house, the entire family following close behind him. I have been away far too long. The entire house is a mess. This is an insult. How can you live in such a pigsty, Robert? Servants have grown far too lazy, all thanks to your commoner of a wife. I warned you, did I not? And yet you did as you saw fit. And the children, what did they know of traditional honor? They're being raised in a virtuous family, Father. And now you're speaking like a lowborn who's content to live in humility. Twins willing, now that I am here, this will not happen again. I am taking oldest son to the capital. Cannot provide Stephen with a proper education, so I will correct your mistake. Your brother's fate has been decided just like that. Father does not object. He orders the servants to prepare Stephen for the journey. Stephen freezes in place, glancing at grandfather and father again and again. The latter puts a hand on his shoulder, reassuringly. Grandfather's lips are a tight line, white with contempt. The house is examined, room after room. Everything grandfather sees is showered with scorn. He scoffs at a crease on a blanket in Nathan's crib in Mother's bedroom. He mocks Gloria's knitting in her room. The door next to your room The door to your room is next.
What is this, Robert? 10 soldiers in your youngest son's room? He was born a commoner. I won't have him daydreaming of battle.
Grandfather seizes the box containing the 10 warriors from the Holy Order. Your father stays silent. Anger and fear boil within you. This is your big present from the first day of your studies. It means so much to you. But what if he's right? What if you need to prove your right to command the toy soldiers first? Grandfather shakes his head in disapproval and shoves the toy box into the roaring fireplace. You wait too long, they will melt into flames. You watch your beloved present, the token of father's love and care, burn before your very eyes. Then melts. The unpleasant smell of burning paint fills the air. For a moment, you cannot breathe. You see no reason to maintain. Oh, hello, dear. Dear. Hello. The tears start flowing, burning your cheeks and staining your shirt. You hide your face in your hands. Then you hear grandfather's voice dripping with disdain.
Well, the boy is a weakling, just like his mother.
Soon grandfather leaves. Your elder brother Stephen goes with him. From that day on, father's hired teachers tend to you alone. They bore you with monotonous lectures on writing, counting, and the way of life in the blessed Armenian Empire. You often distract yourself from their instruction by playing with your young brother Nathan. Your home grows quiet without your elder brother. Too quiet. Weeks later, your family receives a letter from Stephen. Grandfather has sent him to a boarding school for nobles, and he is now studying hard in preparation for his service as a nobleman. The rules here are too strict. You can't even sneeze without the teacher's permission. But I've been studying with my peers. We're learning how to live as nobles in a noble society. Also learning the art of swordplay. That's my favorite part. Well, Stephen, now at the boarding school, grandfather arrives once more. This time to live in your home. The only good thing is that he often has urgent business in Eterna, the capital of the Empire, and has to travel there. One day you ask Mother where he lived before. In Eterna, she says, and now his place is here. Each time grandfather returns, he gives the servants new orders. Your home is now always busy with repairs, and the servants are redecorating grandfather's chambers, including his library and sitting room. Sometimes Father tries to gently talk him out of this. Why subject the house to constant reconstruction? Grandfather's answer is always the same.
This home is mine, and I will live here as befits a man of the nobility.
Gregor, kind of a fucking bitch. Fuck that guy. Like, so a little bit of squid lore. Some stuff that I know specifically people on the SquidCoyote heard about, but maybe not all the people online on the YouTubes and everywhere else I stream maybe know this stuff. Me and my brothers are the black sheep of our family. Why? Because of fuckers like that guy. They put on airs. They've got their heads up their asses. They think they're so much better than everyone else. And why? Because they were older. Or because they got lucky once or twice in life. They did one thing and were successful at it. And so that's just, I win forever now. Imagine that thinking, right? Like, I don't know. As an example, fucking Married with Children. Everyone knows, Al Bundy talking about how he threw 3 touchdowns in a championship game. That's his whole claim to fame, his whole existence, right? The thing is, that's not a joke. I have legit family that literally their claim to fame is, I'm older than you. Or I'm related to my dad, who's better than everybody else in the family. It's a VN. I mean, I thought that was pretty obvious. At least, I don't think you get to play. I don't know, that would be cool if at some point we transition into an actual game. But I'm cool with it being a VN. I'm having fun with it. I don't know, you'd have to ask Baron. He's probably played the shit out of this game and beat it like 80 million times, because German autism. At some point was expecting the book closing. Some days grandfather stays home, and on those days you try best to stay out of his sight. But there is no way you can avoid family breakfast. The food is there, but you cannot bring yourself to eat it. Mother's eyes are red and swollen. He's been crying all night again. Grandfather sits at the head of the table where nobody used to sit before.
Robert, it is high time your youngest sons underwent their sacraments.
Sir Brante, please, let them live free of the lot for a while longer. They are but...
Shut your mouth! Robert, that wife of yours is impertinent enough to interrupt me. If this ever happens again, she'll be eating her gruel with the servants in the kitchen where she belongs. It's time you considered a real marriage, Robert. One to a woman of the proper station.
Jesus. Yeah. If you come from one of these sorts of families, you know this shit is not fiction. I mean, obviously it's made up, but this family dynamic exists in a lot more places than you think. Even amongst the not so wealthy. Obviously, everyone assumes it happens in the rich, but even amongst the poor. Personally, I don't know if I give a shit about having people look down their fucking nose at me as criminals. 'Cause guess what, guys? I've never been jumped into a gang, and I've never had to fucking put on a gang tattoo, so who really won at life here, right? Especially when I read about what happens to a lot of those family members who went down that path. Particularly ones who either ended up in jail, ended up disabled, or even dead. Was it worth it? I think I made the smarter choice. Can this old man just fucking die? I don't like him. Gloria drops her fork. Grandfather shoots her a scathing look. A tear rolls down Mother's cheek. Father does not look away from the plate, his hands clenched into fists.
Baroness El Lodar is one such woman. She is a comely widow and a fine match. She is suing for her husband, her inheritance right now, and could use proper support and a husband. You can keep your lowborn Lydia around if you like. Servant, mistress, I don't care.
Holy fuck, dude. I will not do that, Father.
I am the head of this family, and family standing took a severe blow after your marriage to that commoner. It is unthinkable. How could you give up memory of the beautiful Amelia Elborn for this lowly woman and a bastard child of hers? Now you have the chance to set things right. Don't disappoint me.
Father nods curtly, trying not to look in Mother's direction. Father, I wish to see Stephen.
If I find your conduct in the Baroness's presence satisfactory enough, then you may see him. She is coming for a visit tomorrow. Be prepared.
Grandfather wipes his mouth with his napkin, throws it under the plate, and leaves. Mother's lips move silently. Nobody says a word. And Father stands up and orders you and the other children back to your rooms. He needs to speak to Mother in private. Father comes to your room before bedtime. He sits on the edge of the bed and adjusts a crease on the woolen blanket. He distances himself from you after Stephen's departure, though you are not used to such attention from him. In the candlelight, you can see his face in the dark. There is a sour expression on it.
My son, Baroness Elma El Lodar will be visiting us tomorrow. Please be polite and treat her with respect. Nathan will do as you do. I want this dinner to be as immaculate as possible. Don't let me down.
On the next day, Mother starts dressing you and Nathan for the coming dinner. You see red all around her eyes. She's been crying for a long time. It hurts just to look at her. Nathan starts whining quietly. You and Nathan are dressed in new doublets, your tousled hair brushed in shade. Gloria is told to stay in her room. Father appears wearing his best suit. Mother in is a humble brown dress, looking pale. Grandfather has an uncharacteristically contented look about him. Oh, this fucker. You hear the sound of wheels and hooves against the cobbles in the yard, and a pair of dainty heels come clacking. The antechamber is completely quiet and still, fearing Grandfather's observant eye. The door opens. You see your guest, beautiful dark-haired woman in a dress of elegant deep blue. Father takes the hand of Lady L. Lodar and kisses it, showering her in compliments. Grandfather's face is beaming in her presence. No one even bothers to introduce Mother.
Baroness, allow me to introduce you, Robert's sons, Winterfall and Nathan Brante. Frankly, it's his eldest, Stephen, who deserves the most attention, but currently he is studying in Eterna with other young noblemen like himself. It is my hope that his younger sons will also make me proud one day.
Grandfather eyes you with a probing look. How will you act in front of the Baroness? Will you accept her here next to your mother, your father's rightful wife? Fuck it up. Might as well just suck it down and get it over with. Not much we can do at this point. After a while, we like Father, so he asked us to do this. You better not regret it, because he's getting what he asked for. You follow Father's example and kiss the Baroness's fingers gently. Her laughter fills the antechamber, ringing like chimes. You gallantly offer to lead her to the sitting room. Lady L. Lodar graciously agrees. Behind your back, you can hear Mother sobbing. Grandfather and Baroness L. Lodar engage in small talk over dinner. He tells him the woes of litigation over her late husband's inheritance, and he advises her like the judge he is. Father is mostly silent, only getting in a word or two. You do your absolute best to behave yourself. After the decorous farewells to Lady L. Lodar, Father quietly thanks you for your model behavior. The morning after he leaves for Eterna with Grandfather to visit Stephen. Mother spends almost an entire day in her bedroom. You cannot bring yourself to speak to her. Father returns from the capital in a quiet rage. You overhear your parents talking. Apparently, Grandfather has already poisoned Stephen's mind against him, and he greeted Father with cold hostility. The name of Baroness L. Lodar is never mentioned in the house again. So far, I made a lot of choices. if I can show you. Not actually that far in the game, so... Hey, I've been playing a lot of Frostpunk lately. What do you want from me? Also, Winterfall would be a really weird... is it the surname? Yes, Squid, you don't have an excuse now. Oh, I always have an excuse. Oh, I always have an excuse. Psycho Pomp, the non-gold version, is free on Steam? Really? Hang on, let me check. I know we were talking about it before, but let me verify this. Quiet. Quiet, you. Okay, there we go. I added it to my library. Another poor soul recommending a game for Squid to play. Hey, listen! Listen, I finish games, okay? I do. Sometimes. Don't worry, I recommend him a schizo game. Do you know what a psychopomp is, by the way?
The story of my life remains written on these pages, but my fate has always been my own. Every deed, every choice, every person I met made me what I am. Could I have taken a different path? Could I have found a different calling? Altered the very course of history? And what price would I have to pay?
The fuck is haste? Oh, there's apparently a package with the soundtrack too? Okay, just seeing this right now, I'm getting All right, I'll put that one on the wish list back burner. I played it and this was like this game's got a Squid Stream feel to it. Maybe because it gave Crab Champ vibes. It feels a bit less dungeon crawlery and battle focused and more parkour Mirror's Edge type, which I'm not complaining about. Anyway, getting back to the game though. So we'll put those on the wish list for now. But yes, Dio, I'm not sure how you missed the beginning of this game, but we can go back to the beginning. This has been the game so far up until the point where you joined in. And I've already read a lot of this, so I'm not going to read it again. Now, it does look fun. One thing, though. One thing that I think really makes me paranoid these days is like cutesy games or games that are moe or they scratch a certain itch. I feel like there's a lot of landmines out there. So for example, they're like, oh, you know, I like that running part of Sonic the Hedgehog. And then rather than just let's make Sonic the Hedgehog the video game where it's just all the running stuff. They're like, yeah, but no one's gonna take it seriously unless we add in like some serious things that people would care about narratively. You know, like identity politics. We love that shit. I'm hoping I will be disappointed. I really do. What was that I played recently? There was something that had it's brainless stage rushes with some skill flexing. That's why I said like crab jabs. Oh, okay, good. As long as we don't have to hear big, long narratives and spiels about, like, how, you know, certain identity groups are bullied by certain German people of a certain German variety. Might be cool. It's only $20. Not too bad. I still think Crab Champions is the best damn deal I've ever gotten on early access. I don't know if there's anything better. Maybe Enter the Backrooms, because I got that one at like $5, and I spent a shit ton of hours on that game. But $20, that's starting to creep up there. We'll see, but I'm interested. I will definitely look into Psychopomp and onto Haste. So wait, it's just brainless stage rushes. So what you're telling me is it's Crab Champions without any of the fighting, but all of the area rush levels. I like those levels, but I like them because they're a break from the mindless shooting and killing. So if I was to really like a game like this, we would need like a occasional break from just the mindless stage rushing. But yeah, anyway, Dio, to catch you up to date on what this game is. Basically, as you just heard from the intro, you're an old man writing your memoirs, looking back at your life. And that's how it starts. Now you look back and you're like, could I have done anything differently? You know, the way old people do. Shit, I think I started doing this in my 20s. And then in my early 20s. And then in my mid 20s. And then in my late 20s. And then in my 30s. I mean, I don't know. At a certain point you realize you're not you're not immortal. It's just everybody. At some point, you start to look back. There's no avoiding it. Honestly, I wonder about the sort of person that never looks back. I mean, it's cool. It's like a lyric in a song. But I don't know about actual practicality of never looking back. Something about those who have forgotten the past or destined to repeat it.
What can change the nature of a man?
We can either believe in God, nothing, the world, or our own power, our own will. Yes, every choice you make in this game alters your interaction with other people. So, let me just show you. I'm going to try and remember how I originally chose and just show you. I think originally I chose there is no destiny, no fate but what we make ourselves. You stand tall and stare death in the face, unflinching. There was no higher power guiding your life. It was just a wild jig, a chaotic tangle of innumerable human wills, actions, and accidents. The only thing that could ever turn this chaos into an orderly narrative is eternal human drive for storytelling. I would say overall, you're probably right on the environment thing because well, people do like to romanticize. This is too loud. I gotta crank this down. This is way too loud. There we go. Oh god, now I can hear. So the thing is, right, overall, I would agree, for the most part, we are a product of our environments. That's the thing. You can't just take someone, transplant them somewhere else, and after them having been in a certain type of environment, have that person suddenly be a different person entirely. Because that's just ignoring the fact that you existed lived, grew up in, imbibed the environment that you were in before. Now, I'm not going to go deeper into that explanation, but you can pretty much guess what I'm talking about. Are there people out there that buck the trends that can actually be decent people? Yeah. I've met lots of people that come from certain places in the world who are decent enough people. They're just here, wanting to be productive members of society. Of course, those are the exceptions, not the rule. And this is the problem with political types. They like to try and point out the exceptions and use them as the rule when it suits them. And then, you know, they like to point out the rules and the exceptions when it doesn't suit them. So all that fun nonsense. Generally, overall, I do think there is a massive effect on the environment you were raised in. And I mean, by the way, fun fact, if you want to increase IQ points, there is only one known way to do it. And that is to have a woman breastfeed her child. Yeah, raises it by a couple of IQ points. Fuck the formula. Give us the milkies. Increase IQ. On these pages, the story of a man named Winterfall Brante will live once more. No, it's actually... no, well... Anyway, so yeah, here it is. So you start out as a newborn, and you play through adolescence, youth. I'm not sure what this is, because I've not gotten that far. I think you interrupted me before I got to adolescence. So I think I was right at the end of adolescence. But I don't think... Sadly, I don't think after you're an infant that the milkies thing works. I mean, I'll be happy to be proven wrong, because if I am proven wrong on that, need big lactating mommy milkers, like literally in my mouth right now, for real. We can skip ahead to the Gramps starts abusing the mom. I don't know if I can reload that chapter. Let me see. Oh, no. Okay. No, wait. No, that's not it. There we go. That's the one. Fucking cramps. You did all that. And we just had to sit there and smile and take it. That old man. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Father now checks on your studies often and nitpicks you for sitting or eating or speaking in an incorrect fashion. Once he becomes so annoyed, he says that he wishes Stefan had been the one to stay home instead of you. Damn, Dad. Why, though? Grandfather's trip to the capital took longer than expected. It feels lighter around the house without his presence. Allow yourself a little change of scenery. Out of your room, you now busy yourself with readying calculations in the sitting room, crossing the open door to the yard. Gloria's joined you today. She's already helped you progress through several complex passages in the book. Right now, she seems preoccupied with a strange tube. Aren't you hurt by the way Grandfather treats you, you ask? Gloria just shrugs. Grandfather always says they should get rid of me. I'm used to it now. He hurts you a lot worse because you're closer to him. I just have to stay out of his way. That's it. Look, it's a kaleidoscope. I got it as a gift. Want to see inside? The kaleidoscope turns the fire burning in the fireplace into a cavalry made of flames. You're riding at the front of a fiery horseman, ready to face the enemy. Grandfather's face emerges from the intersecting lines, and you swing the kaleidoscope like a sword, cutting it in half. Now you look at the blue sky through the window. Patterns are unending, secretive, and calm and peaceful. Just like Father's smile before Grandfather's invasion. The deep blue gives way to a scattering of gold, radiating gentle warmth like mother's arms. This fleeting beauty, too, soon gives you away to a hypnotic new pattern. Again and again, you see your family in these interconnecting figures as they come together and break apart. In the middle of this golden glow, you see Gloria's eyes. Gloria's green eyes, gazing at you observantly. Sister left you long ago. Books are abandoned. Time slips away unchecked. But you're still busy peering into the kaleidoscope. Order emerges from the chaos before your eyes again and again. And you cannot preserve it, no matter how you try. You are caught in inner conflict. There is so much that can be done with this kaleidoscope. You take it apart, or ask Gloria how it works. Or keep enjoying the patterns it shows you. But you still have lessons to do today.
How did you get your hands on this toy, Winterfall? Aren't you studying? Give it to me. We'll have double the lessons tomorrow.
Well, at least we got some willpower back. What? Grandfather's visits are no longer a cause for fear and panic in the house. He has become something you were used to, something nagging yet non-unordinary, like a splinter or a stain on your trousers. Tension still remains, however. Sir Gregor's disdain for everyone in the house is so palpable it almost stings for real. Your lessons with the tutor are done for today. You are walking down the stairs when you spot Gloria peeping into the sitting room through a slightly open door. You sneak up on your sister and tap her lightly on the shoulder. She has started. Oh, it's you, Winterfall. Look, Sir Gregor's eating something. Grandfather is sitting on the sofa, flipping through a book with one hand and reaching for a glass bowl with another now and then. Inside the bowl, you see candied fruit, sweet confectionery forbidden to the common estate like all sweet things. Yet Grandfather's face shows no pleasure as he keeps consuming the high-born treats. The clock strikes 3. Grandfather rises from his seat, puts away the bowl on the shelf, and leaves for the yard. He always takes a walk in the city at this time. Gloria nudges you with her elbow and looks at the candy bowl when you look at her. The first emotion you feel is fear, but next comes curiosity, and it is stronger. Stefan used to boast that candied fruit tastes incredible, and now you have the perfect opportunity to try it. You try a candied fruit first. The sugar starts to melt as soon as you put it on your tongue. It's so sweet. Never eaten anything as good as this. You take the whole bowl off the shelf and give it to your sister. She takes the fruit and brings it to her mouth, carefully like a rare treasure. There is thumping on the stairs, footsteps accompanied by the knocking of a walking stick. You have no idea why, but Grandfather is back. You quickly hide behind the sofa and pull Gloria after you, but she is frozen in place with the bowl in her hands. The door opens. Grandfather's menacing figure advances on Gloria. His hand seizes her arm.
You squalid, ungrateful, low-born child! How dare you bite the hand that feeds you? You and your trollop of a mother would be sleeping in a ditch if it weren't for my spineless son. The sweet and pleasant things in life are for the noble estate, not for the likes of you. Did you forget your lot?
His hand swings and hits Gloria on the cheek. He follows the floor right next to where you were hidden. Her fingers glisten with the warm, melted sugar that brought you here. Grandfather advances again, his walking stick ready.
Jesus.
I'll fucking straight up cane this girl to death. Please don't hurt him, Sir Brante. This is all my fault. He tried to stop me. You can already see a bruise in Gloria's cheek. This is only the beginning of her punishment. Gloria was caught red-handed, unlike you. You can still avoid your punishment.
What is it then, milksop? Did you try the sugar too? Or were you trying to stop this piece of filth like she says?
You jump up and try to shield Gloria. Then you start boasting right in his face. Yes, you did eat the sugary treat, and it was very much the opposite of sweet. Good thing Gloria did not have time to eat hers, or it would have disappointed her too. Gloria catches on in a moment. Yeah, sugar treats of a fat noble kids. But that grows to us. We're just commoners. You continue her train of thought. Why, we simply got curious after Stefan started boasting about it. He told us these treats are so good, you could eat them forever. But no, your elder brother lied. They're simply unbearable. Then again, what else would you expect from grandfather's darling Stephen? Grandfather's face is red with rage. He strikes you both with his walking stick, blow for blow.
Don't dare mock me! I will not let this stand. Know your place, you foul, low-born scum!
He keeps hitting you until he grows tired, and he leaves you where you are, muttering in impotent rage. Soon enough, Mother comes in to find the two of you on the floor, too afraid to move. She shakes her head in disappointment. You're badly hurt and covered in bruises. Yet she still forces you to kneel and recite the precepts on the lots and how important it is to follow them. Gloria's face is bruised and swollen, but she still gives you a weak smile. We got him so riled up. Two commoners, made an honorable noble feel helpless. It makes all the pain worth it. Isn't that right, brother? Your entire body hurts from the heavy blows, but deep inside you're ecstatic. Stood up to grandfather today. The victory you will remember for the rest of your life. Father and Mother have been focused on Nathan and you since early morning. Instead of breakfast, you are told to say your prayers, wash your hands and faces, get dressed in plain white shirts. Today is the day of your sacrament. Mother, I want to go play in the yard. No playing today. You and Winterfall are big boys now. It is time for you both to have your first sacrament. No one can live without a lot. I don't want a lot.
Be quiet and listen. You were born commoners, so you must accept the low-born lot before the twins. When you grow up, you will get a chance to earn a noble lot.
Father and Mother take you to the carriage. Nathan is hungry. He starts whining. Grandfather is the last to get in the carriage. His eyes are on you and your brother, looking for every fault. Soon the carriage is moving along the streets of Enizot, slowly and solemnly. One more turn and you see the colossal white building marked by two massive pillars. First time in your life, you're about to enter the Church of the Twin Gods. You enter the gate and walk into the splendorous dome of the church. The church hall is divided into two halves. They are drastically different from one another. The floor on one side is rough and jagged and covered in dried brown spots, while the floor on the other is made of smooth marble. Commoners kneel on the jagged floor, and the well-dressed nobles and their families sit on pews. Father and grandfather leave you to sit in one of the nobles' pews. Mother walks in the rough stone of the commoner side and gets down on her knees. You see her wince in pain, for the low-born estate shall suffer in the house of the faith. Church acolytes surround you and lead you to the altar where you and other children will take your sacrament this day. Before you stands a tall priest dressed in black, with a sword in one hand and a hefty whip in the other. Nathan's whining grows louder. He dislikes this place. He is scared. You remain quiet, but your stomach rolls in uneasy anticipation. The first child to take the sacrament is a jaunty little boy from the family of nobles. The priest extends the sword before him and recites the words of his lot. This day forth he will fight and rule and pursue the arts. His mind now forever free from the throes of suffering, for now he belongs to the noble lot. The boy proudly touches the flat of the blade with his lips. Nathan is next to receive his sacrament. He suddenly snaps out of his fearful trance and tries to break free. The acolyte pulls him towards the altar and throws him on the jagged floor of the lowborn side. Sharp edges bite into Nathan's knees as he lands, spraying drops of blood around him. I don't want to. Winterfall! Why do they want to whip me? What did I do? You try to break free and run to Nathan's side. You want to give him courage and protect him, but the acolyte's grip on you is too firm. You feel utterly helpless. Your little brother has to face the world all by himself. The priest starts reciting the words of the lot as he swings the lash over Nathan's shoulders. From this day forth, Nathan, thou shalt endure and work and suffer. Thou shalt be ardent in thy labor and humble in obedience to thy rulers. Now cometh thy first true suffering. Thou must accept with gratitude. Lash cracks. It strikes his right shoulder. It strikes his left shoulder. The blows are so powerful that Nathan falls to the floor. The priest tells him to rise. He has received his lot. Nathan gets on his feet and drags himself towards Mother. His knees torn and bloody, his spirit broken. It is your turn. Your feet will not move. You can barely muster enough strength to walk to the altar. Get down on your knees and feel the sharp stones below. So sharp your clothing cannot protect you. Your skin begins to burn. The acolyte forces your head down, and you feel the lash being drawn above you, ready to strike. The priest's words are for you now. This is thy sacrament. Thou shalt work and endure and suffer. Thou art about to receive thy first true suffering by the sacred lash. Dost thou accept thy lot? The whip slices through the air, about to strike, but your eyes are transfixed by the blade the priest holds in his other hand. You jump away. The lash misses you. You grab the blade with your hands. It cuts into them without mercy. The priest wrenches it away from your bloodied fingers. You look him straight in the eye. I am Winterfall of House Brante! The priest freezes in shock. You seize this moment to pull the sword closer and kiss the smooth, cold blade. You hear cries of outrage amongst the churchgoers. Mother prostrates herself on the jagged floor, racked with fear. Father remains still, baffled by what you have just done. But grandfather looks at you intently, though truly seeing you for the first time. There's a semblance of respect in his gaze. You are forced back to the commoner's place at the altar. The acolytes seize you by the arms and legs and keep your face bent closely to the bloody, jagged stones of the floor. The lash strikes to your right shoulder, then your left shoulder. Then you are told to rise. You are a commoner. Mother takes your hand and leads you out of the church. Once you are outside, she scolds you for being insubordinate and bringing shame to your family. Nathan holds your hand as you walk. His tearful face a mixture of confusion and awe as he looks into your eyes. But you do not feel as if you have made a mistake. You did what was right for you. I am now filled with determination. And there shall be no generators. Bundle up, the cold is here. The mark left on you by the sacrament takes a long, long time to heal. Mother says it's a reminder of your lot, suffering and sufferance, pain and patience. Gloria shows you the mark of the lash in her shoulder one day. It will never disappear. You're a commoner now. This is a lot you are born into. The Father keeps telling you to study hard so you may yet earn a different lot and become a noble of the mantle. You recall the past with warm sadness, and Stephen still lived with you, or when he wrote to you for a time shortly after he left. Now he thinks it beneath him to write to commoners in his family. Mother didn't lock herself in the bedroom as often back then. Changed shortly before Nathan was born. But most importantly, you missed the time before the terrifying figure of your grandfather was constantly looming over you. You learned the true power of the lot only after the head of family's arrival. In grandfather's eyes, no commoner deserves to be treated with kindness. Is this just him? Or is it the way of the entire world? The very thought makes you queasy. You're older now. What's more, you're an elder brother now. You learned how to care about someone else, how to teach and protect. Soon you are a small boy no longer. As the days pass, play gradually gives way to laborious study. Now your choices will decide your place in the bizarre and ruthless world of adulthood. Your childhood years are over. So I'm determined. Well, I guess I'm more determined than most. Not exactly perceptive. Kind of weak-willed. Never been killed. I don't know what that's going to translate into, but we're about to find out. 8 years old is adolescence? Okay.
I was growing up fast. The school, the streets, and the whole wide world awaited me beyond the gate of my parents' house.
Adolescence. Little Winter had a weird dream where the hot baroness was sitting naked on a pony. I punch. I punch. I punch. I punch. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Get out of here. If you don't, Sakura can't smile. At least my face hasn't become swords.
Kotomine!
A simple difference in time. You have something to do, Winterfall. You'd better hurry. Sorry, Thomas. I'm going to destroy your dream. It's my father! Run! The punishment for fighting is flogging, and the merest prospect of that makes you run like the wind. Thomas sprints in front of you. You dash across the rotten wooden planks of the back alley, up and over a lopsided fence, across a giant puddle in one leap, and forward into the tall grass. You hide there and stay quiet. You hear no sounds of pursuit. You exchange glances with Thomas and start laughing. His laughter is loud and infectious. But soon he cuts it short and grows sadder. I'm gonna get flogged anyway. My dad's always quick to give me a beating. And then he'll start nagging me about the lots and the prayers of days like he always does. Why do I always get myself mixed up in this stuff? Fighting is the only way to prove you're worth anything, right? The adults didn't see you fighting, you tell him, so you have to do it now to convince them you weren't. Nosebleeds happen, right? Mother gets nosebleeds all the time. Well, we could try it. Let's hope our little brothers don't tell on us. I'll talk to mine. There's a scratch on your head. I'll let them see it. Good thing I didn't hit you in the face. There. Good as new. Ah, we made a friend. You assure him that Nathan will never tell. And in return, you'll make sure that he behaves himself so he won't get tossed into a ditch again. With that, you shake hands with Thomas. His handshake is as strong as you would expect based on his fists. You make your way out of the tall grass. You need to leave before Thomas's father goes to your family and complains about you breaking your lot. You come to a realization on the way back. You had no idea the place where you were hiding even existed. It wasn't too far from home. Thomas smiles in excitement when he hears this. Oh, I know a lot of places like that. I'll tell you what. To get out of this mess today, show you the way to the old fortress wall. It's the perfect place to build your own fort. I dragged a bunch of wooden planks there, but it's no fun to build all alone. My brother never helps. He just gets in the way. Oh, we really did make a friend. Well, I'll probably finish this chapter. We're almost at 2 hours anyway. So thanks for tuning in, Dio. Probably finish this chapter and then go do other things or maybe stream something else. We'll see. Thanks for tuning in as always. But we made a friend. All we had to do was get into a fucking fist fight in the streets. Oh shit, we got a willpower boost. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good place to wrap it up. We made a new friend. We're going places. So yeah. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate the support. And I'll see y'all out there and take her easy. Whatever you do.